CTV News, Canada's most watched newscast.
On CTV's W5, stolen cars. How does your car get from here to here? The secrets of stealing. W5, tomorrow on CTV.
This is CTV.
CHEK 6 News tonight. Is our water supply safe? BC health officials issue a warning to some people. A provincial shakeup, a new ministry is created to better protect children, and a major accident on the Pat Bay Highway sends a young man to hospital.
CHEK 6 News with Meribeth Burton.
Good evening. BC's medical health officer is urging people with weak immune systems to be careful with their drinking water. Dr. John Miller says a bacterial outbreak like the one in the Okanagan this past summer could happen anywhere in the province.
Most of us assume no harm could possibly come from our drinking water, but health officials now warn that even the Greater Victoria water supply, because it's collected from surface runoff, could be dangerous for some residents.
It's a concern throughout the province for people who may be immunocompromised, that is, people whose immune systems are not working at their top function. Because if they get this particular parasite, Cryptosporidium, that can cause prolonged illness and even death.
Miller says that includes anyone with the HIV virus, people who have recently had an organ or bone marrow transplant, who are receiving chemotherapy, or are on medications that suppress the immune system.
What's happening as the population grows and people are more and more using the watershed for a variety of uses, that simply the fact is we're getting more animals and humans in the watershed. The Cryptosporidium organism then gets from feces into the water and then into people.
There are several ways to protect against cryptosporidiosis. Boil all drinking water for at least 1 minute. Filter your drinking water or switch to bottled water, preferably distilled. Philip Campbell, CHEK 6 News.
A cougar was struck by a vehicle on the Pat Bay Highway tonight north of Blackie's restaurant. Police don't know how badly injured the cat is. Former CRD Chair Frank Leonard's running for the mayor's job in Saanich. Leonard says if he's elected, he'll hold the line on taxes. The municipal election is on November 16th. There's a major shakeup in the way the province protects children. There's a new super ministry called Children and Families and a new watchdog to help BC kids who need help most.
Our action plan is a new integrated approach that puts kids and their safety first.
Glenn Clark unveils a new ministry of children and families. The new structure will integrate the child and family programs of social services, health, the Attorney General, education, and women's equality. Penny Pretty moves from small business, tourism, and culture to head up this new ministry. As well, the Premier has appointed Cynthia Morton as the province's new Children's Commissioner, with a mandate to review all unusual children's deaths, not just those under the care of the ministry.
There will be recommendations out of my office.
Morton, who has been the government's transition commissioner, will now investigate all deaths currently before the Child and Family Review Board. This leaves the future of Review Board Chair Bernd Walter a question mark.
I'm not exactly sure what's happening to Mr. Walter. I hope and expect that Mr. Walter will continue working for the new Children's Commissioner.
Finally, the government has made some of the recommendations that people have been asking for the last 10 months.
The opposition's social services critic is concerned, however, that the new Children's Commissioner may not be truly independent.
We were hoping that the Commissioner would report directly to the legislature like the Ombudsman, and the way it's going now is she will be appointed to the Attorney General, and that isn't as independent as we would have liked to see.
Robin Adair, CHEK 6 News.
Because of the changes, Vancouver Island has a new cabinet minister. Cowichan and Ladysmith MLA Jan Pullinger is the new Minister of Small Business, Tourism and Culture. Penny Pretty leaves that post to become the new Minister of Children and Families. Victoria police were called to a social services office in Victoria because a man was making threatening gestures.
We've got an eyeball in the front door, is that correct? Inside the Ministry of Social Services, a man in his mid-50s has just made a statement that was threatening enough to clear out the building and make the police come running.
We just lost you.
Excuse me, sir, you were inside. What's going on?
I can't talk to you right now.
Okay.
Get out of the building.
That's all you were told?
Yep. To leave the building, which we did, all the staff, yeah.
Just as police were calling in more reinforcements, the man walked outside and surrendered. Police took no chances because apparently the man had told an employee he had something for the police and gestured like it was a gun.
Get it? He says it is, but I'm not going to hurt anybody. I just wanted to go away.
What kind of explanation did he give you guys for his actions? Did he have any explanation?
It's he was saying something about he's just from Saskatchewan, and it sounded to me like he is obviously deranged. So he's on his way up to the Eric Martin now.
Is this guy known to police, or is he a fairly new guy to the area?
Not known to us at all.
And he didn't have a weapon or anything?
No, he had nothing, no.
Harry Monyu, CHEK 6 News.
Protesters caused a stink at the home of Forest Alliance of BC Chair Jack Monroe. The overnight deposit was made by environmentalists trying to make a stink over logging issues. Left with the manure are posters naming Monroe and Cabinet Ministers Andrew Petter and Eugene Dosanjh as violators of the United Nations Convention on Biodiversity. A neighbor cleaned up the mess for Monroe, who had a few short, colorful words about the situation.
Bunch of degenerates.
I don't live very far from here, about 4 blocks, 5 blocks, so I thought that was a real bull, in this case a horse deal that they did to him. And I know Jack, like him, so I came to give him a hand.
Up next on CHEK 6 News, Veronica Cooper is here with the early week weather report, plus an emergency landing in Victoria during an emergency training exercise.
This portion of the news sponsored by QV's, Victoria's 24-hour cafe bakery.
Guitar components, exquisitely crafted in British Columbia. The fine-grained Sitka spruce provided by Macmillan Bloedel, making the most of a renewable resource.
Thanks, William. You can park it out back.
Yes, sir.
Acura, designed with purpose, driven by passion.
It's been 2 weeks.
What do you mean?
I mean every day for 2 weeks.
Every day?
Every day.
And it's good?
It's very good.
2 weeks, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What does your wife think?
She thinks it's great. You should try it.
Oh, I'm gonna try it.
Good.
They're talking about Kellogg's All Brand. It's very high in fiber. Make it part of your complete breakfast for 2 weeks and see how you feel about it.
How do you feel about it?
Good.
You feel good.
I knew that I would.
Kellogg's All Brand. Try it for 2 weeks. Love it forever.
Regardless of the vehicle you drive and the roads you take, a puncture or an air leak can happen at any time. Unless you use Tire Safe, a new sealant designed to prevent punctures and air leaks before they happen. Tire Safe is easy to install. It will instantly repair any puncture and let you feel safe when you drive. Only the presence of a green mark like this one will tell you that you had a puncture. Tire Safe, the ultimate protection against flat tires. On sale only at Canadian Tire.
Veronica Cooper joins us now, and V, my favorite time of year, fall, and it was nice and crisp today.
Beautiful today. Very cool in the morning, but just beautiful, sunny. It was a great, one of those gorgeous fall days. And you know what? It's going to be around for a while. Good news. All right, let's take a look at the satellite picture. We have got a ridge of high pressure hanging over the south coast. You can see it just pushing all of the weather systems to the north of us. We're looking at mainly sunny skies for the next few days. So for the northern half of the island tomorrow, you're going to see some patchy morning fog and then a mixture of sun and cloud, highs from 14 in Port Hardy right up to 18 degrees along eastern Vancouver Island. Again, for the southern half of the island, some patchy fog in the morning and then sunny skies, just a few cloudy periods, highs right up to 20 degrees. And as long as that ridge of high pressure hangs on over the south coast, so does the sunshine. Highs right into the low 20s by Wednesday with beautiful clear skies. Sunrise tomorrow is at 7:04 and your sunset at 7:06. So there we go. We're looking at a beautiful first week of fall. Meribeth?
Thanks, V. A 26-year-old man is in hospital with serious head injuries following a multiple vehicle accident on the Pat Bay Highway this morning. 3 other people were injured and 9 vehicles were damaged.
The driver of this car was in the middle of the Monday morning rush hour along the Pat Bay Highway when he was hit in a spectacular motor vehicle accident involving a total of 10 cars.
Looks like the black Jeep was traveling on Sayward when it came into contact with a vehicle northbound on the Pat Bay Highway. Once the 2 vehicles hit each other, it looks like the black Jeep was forced into the oncoming lane, the southbound lane of the Pat Bay Highway, and it ended up in the gas station there approximately 100 meters from where the point of impact was.
In all, 4 people were taken to hospital. 2 of them are believed to be seriously injured. Many